Hello, welcome back.
Welcome back. It's nice to have you here. We are I get it wrong every time, not the Juicies, no.
We are the Loosey Goosies.
The Loosey Goosies, yeah. My name's Georgie.
My name's Sam.
And I'm Jonny. And today we're going to be talking about pet peeves.
Peeves, yeah. I have a slight apology to make.
Bear in mind, we planned today a few days ago.
Yes, well, and I think I was like this last time as well, and possibly the time before, but I'm teeny weeny bit hungover. That was a very stern look from Sam. But it's okay. It's okay, because I have a bottle of wine.
As you need when you're hungover.
Yes.
Yeah, hair of the dog.
Hair of the dog, so I'm going to open it.
It's a boy.
Woo! And hopefully this will make me feel a bit better, because I'm really...
Oh, listen to that.
Really hanging out of my arse. Quite badly. And it's also my first day of my period. And as you ladies know, or people who don't identify as ladies but have a womb, anyone who has a womb who has periods regularly know that the first day is, bitch. I've cried twice today. One, because I couldn't get a cheese sandwich at Tesco's. And I was like, pathetic. And then I found it and I was like, yay! And the other one was coming off the train. I couldn't zip my bag up and it was really frustrating. And I was like, ew. Anyway, so I'll try and be present.
Oh dear. Right.
It's basically, watch Georgie get drunk. Just topping up.
So,
Who wants to go first?
what? Do you want to go first, Georgie?
Before I'm too drunk. Oh my god, first sips.
Well, I mean, so we like...
Oh, hey. Yeah.
Hey everyone! Basically, I've got 10 pet peeves. And 4, 5, 6... 3, 4, 5 and 6 are all to do with a theme. So...
Right, okay.
So shall I just go?
Just go
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Come on,
Okay.
jump in.
So my first pet peeve, and I think I just want to get it out there, is isms.
Isms?
What?
I hate isms.
Like a...
Racism,
Oh, right.
ageism.
Spoonerism.
What's
No.
a spoonerism?
I'm sure it's the thing. I can't remember. Just said it.
Anyone who's just like really bothered by what other people do with their life.
Yes.
How they live their life, or the colour of their skin, or anything. I just hate it. I hate people who put people in boxes. Can we just all run around the meadow picking flowers and be happy?
Yes. I know what you mean.
I'm very emotional today.
That's kind of what's happening at the moment, though, isn't it? In terms, like, so much is happening in the world at the moment where the boxes are kind of being, well, not picked apart, they're being shattered. And trying to, like, no, we shouldn't have boxes, so let's just, get out.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, social evolution. Am I the one drinking? No.
So
So,
on that note, I think like I'm obviously going for a bit of a don't quite know what I like sexually, really, at the moment. So
Sexual awakening.
a sexual awakening, I know. So I joined Her, which is I'm not sure if it's in America, but it's a British gay app. Lesbian.
It's the female grinder, I think.
Female grinder, I think so. I'm not sure. But like I said to Sam I was going to wait to show him this girl.
Oh my god, why? Like, I'm worried, like, it's...
She's quite smitten by Mrs. Beauregard.
We're
going to
calling
call her.
Mrs. Beauregard, yeah.
Do you like this person?
Well, so basically she matched, can I just say, okay,
Yeah.
she matched with me first.
Okay,
so I was like, woo! I looked at her and I was like, no. Like, really? She literally looks like she could destroy my life. Like...
Is that a good thing? Like, what, do you mean, like, sit on you, or just, like...
just sit on me.
Just sit on you and destroy your life, or is this, like... or does she look that good?
She's
No.
going to mess up all her finances.
Yeah, I know.
You're going to wreck your pillows.
Yeah.
Feather pillows. No, so
Okay.
this is Mrs. Beauregard.
Okay.
And she basically said, like, I don't use this app, but follow me on Instagram.
Interesting.
And I was like, I'm not going to follow you on Instagram because I'm not a loser. What? I've never met her.
Oh, I
I've
see.
never met her. And she's like, yeah, slide into my DMs. And I was like, just gave her a little throw up face.
Also, so she doesn't use her, then is she just nipped on just for the hell of it and then be like, oh, I like this one.
Yeah.
And then she's gone off again.
I like this one. That'll do.
Wow, that'll do, pig. That'll do.
That'll do. So anyway,
Okay.
I'm now showing Sam what
God, the pressure.
Mrs. Beauregard looks like. I think that she will destroy me.
Yeah, I've already seen that.
Oh. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the second picture.
That hair is amazing.
I know, she's fit, right?
All those,
It's it's almost like a lion's mane. That's the third picture.
That
Georgie is squirming.
I have to say, oh
my.
as a gay man,
Yeah.
that is a very, she looks quite
Yes,
like a
boyish.
pretty boy.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's a pretty boy, okay. Ooh.
I mean, yeah, she's going to
She's-
slash your tyres.
She's... I know. I'm slightly scared of this girl.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, hang on.
Oh.
That's 75 off condoms.
That's something else that no one should
Why
see.
on earth would they put that on a lesbian website? Anyway.
What was it about?
Condoms.
75% off condoms on a lesbian website. They really...
Well,
Well, you are new to lesbianism, so
yeah.
who knows?
Oh,
I don't know what happened.
we had an ism.
Oh, yes, out. Get out.
Oh my
Get out now. When I can imagine condoms, what do I do with these? Try and put it on as a hat. These little tiny hats.
Puppets.
Yeah, she's very beautiful.
Yeah.
I know.
Does she go by she or she?
Yeah,
them?
she's she.
Okay.
She's a she.
Yeah, very beautiful.
I know.
But yeah, may actually I don't know. Let's say you got together and then you broke up. I think you should move.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, like when you know something's bad for you, and it's like, ooh, I feel like I'm like running towards, like merrily just running towards the cliff. Like, I know she's bad news. Like, I can tell by her messages she's bad news. She is. I showed my friends her, and she's like, George, mate, she looks like. I was like, that's what I like.
But are you mistaking dominance for, someone being or dangerous or bad news?
I mean, is she just confident?
Yeah.
She's very confident. Yeah.
She knows what
Is
she
that
likes.
bad news though, or is it just?
Does she have a safe word?
Does she have a say?
You need to know now.
Yeah.
Before anything goes on.
Help.
Ow! That's my safe word. Ow! Yeah. So I think with this whole kind of, I would say that just kind of not quite getting out of the closet. It's not like that. It's not like I'm suddenly like gay or it's just exploring. It's just kind of walking around the meadow and just being like, I like that flower, pick you, or I like this flower, pick you. And not putting any labels on myself at all. But I have found that I'm getting more offended by homophobic things.
That's an ick, not an ism.
Yeah, it's giving me the ick.
Yeah.
So last week, after every week I go and sing in a choir, and we go to the pub, and we have they know that we're coming like every single week, and they are the bar staff. I think there is a gay couple. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Well, they work there.
That work there. And there's this woman who was screaming and shouting and hollering in the back, and it was really upsetting. I think she was being racist. They were trying to get her out of the pub. They were apologising to us. And then she said something in the doorway to one of the girls. And this girl went for her. And I was like, and her girlfriend had to grab her around the middle. She's like, no, you're going to get sacked. And I was like, I felt really... Everyone went... like they heard what she said. I didn't hear it because I'm basically deaf. And I was like, what did they say? And they're like, no, Georgie, you just don't know. Just don't worry about it. But I've got really upset by it. I could feel the energy in me feeling very, very upset and I really, really felt like I had to go check if everyone was all right. And I was thinking about this list and I was like, that's it. Like this. So apparently she had been really, really racist and really, really homophobic. And I was like, why? Why?
Easy. It's easy to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Easy
so
target.
easy. Absolutely, yeah.
What do you mean easy to say it?
Well, when someone is feeling angry and pissed off, who was it, a lady?
It was a woman. I think she was quite intoxicated.
Yeah.
Not that that's an excuse. It shouldn't be an excuse at all.
No, but it's the easiest place to go to call someone the F word, or if it was to another lady, it'd be the D word.
Yeah.
So bloody easy. I mean, that kind of stuff washes over my head now. If someone shouts, some people do shout it still, slurs and stuff. But if you really want to hurt me, you have to really think about it and then come at me with some daggers.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I mean by it's an easy insult. Totally non-brain, there's nonsensical.
Yeah.
Just
I always get something at least once a month, I think.
Really?
Even now.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's funny, the equivalent is to me and you rocking up next to someone and going straight.
Yeah. No. Someone will go past, like, "Oh, bomb," and I'm like, "Yes, breeder," which is obviously another bad term.
Yeah,
so I apologise.
So I was
but it's very quick to come back
to
with it.
my friend who is male and straight, and I was like, "Could you come gay clubbing with me? Because I'm kind of scared. Like, I'm really nervous." And he's like, "No, Georgie, because what will happen is you will go in there, it'll be flies to shit, you'll be like, 'I'm going to play with her, she's pretty,' and then you'd leave me." This is what he was saying to me. He's like, "You'd leave me," and I'd be like really nervous, surrounded by all these lesbians, going, you breeder, which he's actually had. He's had that said to him.
Yeah.
And I just like, why can't we all, like, it's not, because that's an ism, isn't it? It's being like rude against straight people. And I was like, why can't people just leave everyone, please, just leave everyone else alone, yeah? Just let people do what they want. You do you and I'll do me. I'm just like, can everyone just have that mentality?
I think
But
that just time is changing though, isn't it? Sorry.
I was going to say, but just think of those words as slurs and not just words. They're just words.
Yeah,
right?
they're just words.
Okay, even if it's a racist word, right? It's just a word. The real racism and homophobic, etc., is when that person thinks in that way, i.e., that person shouldn't exist or shouldn't have the same rights or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a word that someone shouts out in anger. Yes, that someone shouts out in anger. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's why it doesn't really bother me. But I get it that it bothered you because it was you're all in there trying to have a good time, and someone is acting like a twattism.
Yeah.
And blurts out something like that. Again,
I guess it was just because the guy, the male bar man, was quite big and burly, and he was trying to get her out, but by not laying his hands on her.
Yeah.
Because obviously he doesn't want to be done, so he was trying to like kind of almost like be like a shield to try and like get her out the door. And he turned around, they shut the doors, and he looked really upset. And I just was like, "Are you okay?" And he came over and was like, "I'm so sorry." And I was like, "Are you okay?" And he looked like he was about to cry, because you know that angry energy that it fizzles, you can feel it, that real, and it just really put me on edge. I really didn't like it, and I was like, I haven't witnessed something like that for quite a long time, and I was like, it really upset me.
I think like that kind of,
even though it wasn't to me, it was just the energy.
Yeah.
In yeah.
That's what I would. I think that kind of stuff, I guess, you don't really see it too often at the moment, but I think there was a period of time, let's say from when I was at college in like the mid-noughties to maybe 2016, where obviously it's always still there, but it seemed like a quite nice period, I guess,
it was.
of time.
I think it's media, because we had Queer as Folk on TV, and etc. Graham
Well, it was
Norton
kind
became
of
quite big.
cool to be gay.
Absolutely.
But also there was just the acceptance there, and obviously I think the younger generation that are coming in who are hyper aware of, well, that's bullshit. What's this going on? I think it will get better, but for some reason I think we're in this weird period where it's almost like fascism is an in thing coming.
Absolutely, yeah. I know.
Really?
Yeah,
since
Trump, it's really become kind of at the forefront.
Trump and Brexit.
Yes, yeah.
God, that really scares me.
Just think of all the big right-wing people who've come in.
Yeah.
You know.
Because that's why, let's say, I know we're going off a little bit, but that's why, like, in certain states in America that are run by Republicans are bringing in, like, these anti-voting laws because they know they can't win any other way. What was my point? You know, I do this a lot. I'm saying stuff and I have a point, and as I talk, it goes. Like some wine? May I have a sip?
Yeah,
let me have it. Hang on a minute.
It's a lovely mailback.
There we
Can
go.
I have a sip? Let's all. Oh, look at us
Why
sharing.
did you actually do one?
We're passing got some wine around.
Really?
What was my point?
COVID. It's not getting like...
Oh yes, the pandemic is not over.
That's all right, you know.
Do
My point
you
is like I remember.
some? I'm not going to drink the whole thing. I might do.
Not yet. I think I'm alright. Did you hear that giggle, people?
Yes. She's thinking about it.
It's naughty.
What's your second?
Yes.
Your second
Okay, yes, we're going. So, this is a ridiculous one, and I get very offended by it, and I know it's my thing. It is my biggest bugbear, probably, and it's being left out.
Oh.
I absolutely. Johnny's looking at me like, oh, little.
Who's leaving you out of
Is that like a FOMO thing?
I think it is, but also like it's ridiculous. I'm like, what do you mean I'm not invited to your honeymoon? What? Like, what do you mean I can't be at the conception of your first child? Like, what? That's rude. But it's kind of, for instance, I'll see something on Instagram where someone's put like they had a dinner. So for instance, my friend had a dinner party last night and I wasn't invited. How rude. I mean, she has many, many, many friends. And I was like, immediately I was like, well, I wasn't fucking invited, was I?
Well, I wasn't either.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Because but I
probably was invited, but I just don't go.
It's a real thing of mine. Like, I actually have kind of had arguments with friends about it, where they're like, well, Georgie, you do things without us. And I'm like, no, we're not talking about me. We're not talking about me. We're talking about you leaving me out. And actually, I don't think I do get left out of things at all. It's just that I get ridiculous about it. I get very, very offended and I have to say something. It's my one, like, you had a party and you didn't invite me. They're like, I did invite you. You didn't respond to my text message. Oh.
Well, hang on a minute. Well, how do we solve this then? So, what if I had a dinner party, right?
Yes.
But I could absolutely not invite anyone else, and I know you have this problem. What do I say to you? Do I phone you up and say, Georgie, you can't come, but would you like to come?
Well, yes.
Would that help?
Yes, even if I'm in somewhere like Canada.
Yeah.
Like, you still invite me. You still invite me, okay? Because I used to do it to people. I'd be like, I knew that they were travelling. Oh, the days of travelling. And I'd be like, I know you can't come to my birthday because you're in Australia, but I'm going to invite you anyway because it's nice. It's nice.
You just want to be thought of, right?
Yes, I know. It's like, no, I'm not. It's so dramatic because then I kick off and then I'm like, invite me, me. And it's like...
It just sounds like
suddenly the world is not revolving around myself, and so I'm just going to cause a lot of trouble until everyone's like, "Oh, Georgie, no,
we better invite her in case she kicks off again."
She's this bloody problem child, like
God.
But the thing is,
honey,
is if you do
that honeymoon to Mauritius, we're going to have to book another ticket.
Yes. I just get, I think it's something to do with being an only child. And I grew up, in London, but I had my grandparents' house, in the country, and I've got a lot of cousins, and they're all a little bit older than me. And it was kind of like, gang up on me a little bit, not gang up on me, or like they were all a bit cool and they were all doing their own thing and they were like going to the pub and I was
not
not
inviting
loud
you because you were 7.
Because I was 7. What do you mean I can't go to the pub? So I think it stems from there, but it's being left out. Like, I actually almost fell out with one of my friends. It was his wedding and I wasn't invited to I was just invited as an evening guest. That's absolutely fine. It's his wedding. He can do what he wants. I had such a go at him. I made him cry.
Oh, that's awful.
At his wedding.
His wedding, right?
I know. And he's like...
That's quite a big event not to be invited to.
Yeah, I was really upset by that.
Yeah.
I made him cry and I feel really, really bad about it. And I just stopped my little feet and I really was like... He's like, no. Like, don't worry, like, if someone can't come. And I was like, well, don't you invite me now? That's petty. That's a petty invite, isn't it? And I went all like Pat Butcher on him. I was just like, what's wrong with me? So my friends who are listening to this, you all know that I do have this, and you've probably all been on the other end of like, well, why wasn't I invited to your eye operation? Like, I am the most important person in your life, obviously. I mean, it's a nightmare. I mean, really, yeah.
But do you reciprocate though? Do you invite everyone you know to something?
No, I don't invite anyone to anything.
What a bitch!
I know! So that's what I mean. It's ridiculous. It's my one, like, neuroticism where I can get a little bit...
But then if you know...
You know what's the word I'm looking for when it's like you're being a twat. Basically, you're...
Just that, I guess.
Just being a
twat.
twat. Like, it's my one twattism.
But then if you know this is how you react pretty much to anybody, no matter what they're doing.
Why do they keep doing it?
No, not necessarily that. Do you have the moment where you can take a step back and be like, I'm overreacting? This is why? Let me watch something on TV.
Yeah, I overreact. It's a real knee-jerk, so again, it happened.
Do you need a helpline? Should we find you a helpline? Yes, every time you have this moment, you just call them and be like, Billy, I need to chat, please. Oh my god, you can talk to Mrs. Beauregard.
Mrs. Beauregard.
She'll beat that out of you.
She what?
She'll beat that out of you.
Yeah.
Kiddos.
Oh god.
God, creepy.
Oh, safe word.
Oh, she'll dominate you.
Maybe it's the name of the app. Her. That's your safe word. Her.
Who?
Oh my god, I choked on my own saliva. Oh, okay.
Right,
okay,
what's number 3?
So 3, 4 and 5 are all to do with table manners.
Okay.
So I
checking my table manners already.
cannot stand. So I have a couple of friends who do this, and I'm going to do it for you actually to demonstrate the sound. I'm talking about, where the hell's that fork gone? Oh, there it is. It's this. I'm going to get quite close to the mic here. So you've got some food on your fork, and you go like this.
No!
It's people who scrape their teeth on their fork.
But sometimes
Fork
it just
on
happens.
their teeth. No, they scrape
No,
their fork
yeah,
on their teeth.
Yeah.
I know.
It doesn't just happen.
I've got friends
No.
who do it, and I
Sometimes
called
it does.
one of my friends out, and I was like, "Oh my god, can you please stop doing that? It's driving me insane." And she's like, "I don't want to burn my lips. I don't want to burn my lips." And I was like, "What do you mean you don't want to burn your lips?" I was like, "Well, if I put it in and I scrape it off with my teeth, then it's like it won't burn my lips."
Then it's on your tongue.
And I'm like, "But it's on." Yeah, and I was like, "Can you just go?"
Can you just wait, how hungry... Oh my god.
I don't know. It's just one of my absolute... It makes me rage inside. There is like this little person inside that's going, "Fuck off! Stop it! I want to slap someone."
I know I do it sometimes. And it's not
I've
intentional.
not
No,
heard,
but
I've not
it's
heard you do
not-
it.
Oh, really? Oh,
No,
okay.
I've never
It's
heard you do
not.
it.
It's not if someone's just clanged their fork against their teeth. That happens to everyone. Happens
Oh,
all the
maybe
time.
that's what I'm thinking of then.
No,
But
it
it's
doesn't.
just it's that scrape.
Sorry, I'm getting a bit personal about it. Yeah, I'm with you. I didn't think
It's
of that
the
one.
scrape.
It's a scrape, yeah.
But
But you know what? What it is bone on metal.
Oh no!
Oh god, that literally sent a shiver down my spine.
Oh, that's such an unexpected shiver as well. I wasn't prepared for that.
That's
So-
what it is.
Oh.
So yeah,
It shouldn't happen.
it shouldn't happen. All those people, all those fork scrapers, should just stop it. Eat with a plastic spoon. No plastic.
No, don't do that,
Bamboo
no.
spoon.
No, don't eat with wooden cutlery. Woo cutlery. Don't eat with wooden cutlery. Fucking awful.
No, that's
it
again-
feels horrible. I know it's
It sounds
more eco,
weird. Yeah.
but it feels horrible on the lips. If it touches
what
your
she
teeth,
said.
it feels even more weird than metal. And I'm always terrified I'm going to get a splinter on my lips.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually feels a bit weird as well.
Pret, stop doing wooden cutlery.
Stop it, Pret. But please
And anyone
sponsor
else?
us.
What?
But please sponsor us.
Please sponsor us because we really love your food. Actually, it is
Yeah.
my go-to
Absolutely.
Their macaroni and cheese is amazing.
It really is.
So the other one is to do with sound as well, and actually they're both to do with sound.
Is it chamming?
Squeaky on the plate.
Yes. I can't stand it. Knife and
sometimes
fork.
squeaks on a plate.
Knife and fork on a plate that squeaks. Now this is links straight back to my grandfather because he had this habit. So he was a very formal man, and we were the kind of family. God, I'm going to sound like an absolute posh twat here. We used to get dressed for dinner, and had dinner, had soup.
Yeah.
And me and
when you say dressed, do you mean like proper formal, like
they were naked before that?
Yeah, and then we were just standing around naked, just like like wild people.
Okay, how extreme is this? Like Downton Abbey extreme, or is this just like red carpet, or what?
Well, so before my granny sadly passed away, she would go and have, I can't quite remember, like, because I was quite young, like, she'd go and have like a gin and tonic. I think it was probably about 4:30, 5:30.
Yeah.
And then after drinks, it would go, you go up and you get washed. So you'd have like a bath, and then she'd like put her makeup on, dry her dress. And
she
then
was like a little timer, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She's got the gin.
Yeah, and
then
then
it's, you
then
just
put
knew.
You just like,
I
oh,
love
dinner
that.
soon.
Kind of love that.
Is this
come
every
down and
day?
I don't think it was every day. When I was there,
Okay.
it was kind of, but it was always formal sit-down dinner. But when my granny passed, I spent quite a lot of time with my grandpa. I think he was quite lonely. And we both love soup. So I'd sit with him, just me and him for soup. And that was fine. And we used to have quite a laugh and quite a joke. He was quite funny, actually. Very, very, very wicked sense of humour. But then it was, oh God, the bloody plate. And I could see it coming, the knife and fork on the plate, and it'd be like this. I can't.
No, please don't.
Yeah.
I'm already...
But he was always like, tap
Just
peas.
watch Friends.
Tap peas, like, with his knife, like, tap, 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 scrape, 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 scrape. And I used to be like, sitting there going, my eye would be twitching, and I'd be like, oh God, I'm like, fucking going into an epileptic shock fit, something. I hated it so much.
Yeah. It makes my neck muscles go weird, like...
Yeah.
Right.
And the other one is people who chew or talk with their mouth open. I have to admit that I do this all the time, and I can't stand myself for it because I get excited. Or I'll put a shovel, like a massive, like cheese. Oh God, I'm obsessed with cheese today. Something foodie. Can't think of anything of food.
She had a macaroni cheese before coming on.
Macaroni cheese. And macaroni cheese.
With mouthfuls.
I've literally got cheese sweats at the moment. I've just shoveled some food into my mouth, and someone will ask me a question. They're like, "So, Georgie, what do you think of that?" And I'm like, and I'll shove it to one side of my cheek like a hamster, and I'll talk while chewing. And it's just like,
I can't.
oh, I know, it's disgusting.
It
and
doesn't
it's
irk me as much, but yeah, I know what you mean.
No, it's
my mum
icky.
does it
It's
a lot.
horrid. It's
What did you call it? Chamming?
Yeah, it's a condition. Like, I can't remember what it's called, but my sister just always has had a particular thing about people chamming. Like, even if it's like a slight clap with your mouth because you've
like
got food in there.
Yeah, smack, lip slap, smack.
I don't know. It's like it's the kind of wet sound of your food in your mouth. Yeah, that.
I thought it was. That.
It's not. Yeah, it's not making noise with your mouth. Though.
Oh, okay.
It's just. It's literally that.
Yeah.
She gets so literally. Even her children who are around are like. I think her youngest is 10, and if she's chamming, literally, my sister would just look around and be like, "Go away."
Oh my God.
And then but the kids there, my sister's like, you know this.
You know
and they're
what
like,
you're
sorry,
doing.
Mum.
You're making weird noises with your mouth.
But even now, sometimes when I'm around her, I do it by accident, and I'm kind of looking out the corner of my eye being like, oh shit.
Yeah.
God, I'm such a quiet eater.
Oh no, I am a very quiet eater, I have
God.
to say, but...
So the other thing that I do, it doesn't annoy me as such, but I think it's slightly weird. When I eat something that I really like, I make noises.
Oh no, yeah, some people do.
I do, but apparently it's a thing. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
My friend has it. Her girlfriend will cook them food, and then she almost waits for her girlfriend, my friend, to start making the noise, and that means she's made some really good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you almost can't, especially with my friend, you almost can't talk to her while she's eating because she's so in the moment.
Yeah.
With her humming.
Yeah.
Just can't get in.
I think maybe that's... I'm kind of with your friend there. I get very involved in food. I think maybe that's why if someone asks me a question, I like to talk as well. immediately want to say something, but I'm like, hang on a minute, I almost feel like spitting the food back out and be like, because I have to enjoy
just
it.
Put your finger on and just be like, wait.
Yeah.
Bear with.
But that's why I kind of tunnel it to my cheek, because I'm storing it, because I want the I want the yummies.
Can you just be like, because you hate it so much, can you just be like, just hang on a minute, and just quickly give it a munch, and then talk?
I don't know.
By the way, quickly backpedaling just a minute to cutlery on plates.
Yeah.
As a person that does do it, because I can't help it. Sometimes, if you're cutting a sausage, I'm not going to stop halfway down. I'm going to have to go to the end.
You monster.
And you scrape.
Yeah, I'm kind of disgusted.
I'm not like Rachel's sister and friends, who's literally ruining the china.
Yeah.
But, you know.
That was my grandfather. That's
oh, really?
See,
now that's excessive.
Yeah, it's excessive. I don't know.
Am I that bad,
I don't
though?
understand how I can cut a sausage on a plate and not make the noise.
Because you hate it so much, you've probably conditioned yourself.
Oh my
I
god.
don't think so. I think
oh my god, are you guys going to have a domestic?
Please, about sausage.
Oh my god, our first argument in 14 years.
Yeah.
All about
sausage.
Cutlery.
Cutting sausages.
But the thing is now, it's only in the last few years that you've made little, like, noises my way about, like, basically what the f*** are you doing this for? That now, when
I'm becoming more curmudgeon, that's what it is.
I know, but
a great word.
I'm becoming really curmudgeon about little tiny things. It's ridiculous.
But I will, like...
Wait till you get to my list.
No, oh god. But when I do it now, I'm really conscious, and if I do make a noise, I immediately I'm sorry, but I've got to keep going to get what I need.
Okay, so I've just realised that there's another one that's about food.
Oh no, go on.
People, okay, who try and steal my food when they know Georgie doesn't share food. I'm like Joey from Friends. I do not share food. I'd hate you say, I want a chip. No, go and get yourself some chips. Right? You're not stealing my food. I'm really passionate about this. I'm really.
What's really hilarious is this shows apparently how hungover she is, because she offered me some of her food. And then was shocked herself.
I shocked myself. I was like, I just offered you food. Like, that never happens.
And you can see that kind of recoil, like, I'm going to... I'm taking my fork back.
Yeah. I don't mind stealing other people's food. Can I just say as a disclaimer?
This is a one-way street.
You're going to get such a torrent of comments.
I know. Oh
my god.
It's fine, haters. Bring it on, bitches. It's fine. But I literally, like, people know me. They're like, no, that... Someone once tried to steal something from my plate, and 3 of my friends went like this.
But you know, though, I'd say, like, even if like people didn't know you, why? I don't understand why anyone would try and take something from someone else's plate. If it's offered to you, great.
Yeah,
take a chip.
Only if it's offered to you.
Yeah, never take it otherwise.
Are you talking about people who just like, can I have a chip, and then reach over and get a chip?
I'm kind of...
Or ask you as they're taking the chip.
Yeah.
Can I have this chip?
Yeah, I'm just a bit...
At what point can you not ask? Like, as it's in your mouth, can I have a chip?
Yeah.
Or you're
sat on the toilet?
Yeah, the next day on the toilet. On the phone, I'm taking a trip.
No, I would... If someone did that to me, like, if someone was like, can I nick a chip? And they put it... I start asking, they put it in their mouth. I'd be like, spit it out now. Spit it out now.
Slap it out of their
now.
hand.
You drop.
Yeah.
Drop.
I feel
now.
this has the potential to, like, completely ruin a friendship.
Yes, I get very angry. No, because everyone knows. All my friends
Everyone
know.
knows.
I don't share food.
How do they learn? You just tell them when you're
eating. They learn the hard way. They learn the hard way, yeah. The hand comes over, I'm like, no, take that hand away.
The room gets darker and a bit moodier.
The eyes go black.
And they're like,
the wind's blowing.
So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just, don't share food, can't stand it. I will offer it if I'm feeling generous.
Yeah.
I will offer, and then I'd be like, it's quite nice.
If we're crawling through the desert, and then just me and you, and then we're starving and we're thirsty and we're seeing mirages in the distance, and you reach into your pocket and you pull out a Jaffa cake.
Oh no, you can have that. Oh,
okay.
I hate Jaffa cake.
And then seen the new ones though. Cherry.
I don't.
And then you pull out a pot of macaroni and cheese.
No, sorry, bitch, that's all mine.
You've got the energy to crawl faster, and I'm behind it.
I'll send someone back. It's fine. Don't worry.
I just want one piece of pasta.
No. Just have a little sleep, sweetie. You'll be fine.
Have a little sleep. I'll see you in the afterlife.
But Georgie, I've known you for 17 years.
No.
Oh, goodbye.
Bye.
As your feet are kicking sand in his eyes.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Eat that.
And then, literally, leave the last line. I was really hungry. His friend went away.
Just turn the dish upside down.
Can I lick the bowl?
And then you turn around, it's Georgie already tongue in there.
Yeah. Get your own bowl.
Yeah. I don't know where it comes from. I just hate it. I just think it's really rude, people reaching over and stealing food or asking. If someone asks me, oh, can I try some? No, get your own.
Yeah.
Get your own.
It's slightly irritating. For me, that out of 10, that ranks about 3 on the Richter scale.
I mean, it's 15. I can't stand it. I had a boyfriend, one of my very first boyfriends, and he was so bad at that. He would be like, oh, sandwich, yum, half. What? Put that back now. Put it back. I actually made him spit it out once.
Oh, no, you've got to be polite in these things. Jesus. Not from you, I mean from him. No.
Yeah, so Georgie doesn't share.
No.
I'm on number 7 now, and I'm a bit worried.
You're smiling at me. I don't know what's
because
coming up.
Because it's half an hour.
It's a bit of a weird one.
Okay.
It is a pet peeve, but it's a material.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's velvet.
Oh, you said it, Dan. Velvet.
It's velvet. It's velvet or velour.
Do you know what? It's not the nicest material, I've got to say.
It's making me feel really weird talking about it.
Yeah.
So
it's like fuzzy. It's like
solid and fuzzy.
Solid and fuzzy. My grandma had velvet curtains, deep red velvet curtains, huge, spanned the whole bloody wall, and they were the heaviest things on earth.
But
it's making my fingertips go weird.
Yeah. Isn't velvet sometimes the stuff you get in school when you got to do let's do some stuff in art, and they always give you a bit of velvet.
No, that's felt.
No, okay, I'm thinking of felt.
Right.
No, felt's horrible.
Velvet for me, do you remember at Crofton Road we had the big velvet
yes
curtains, and so this was my mum's old house, and mum would be like, I don't understand. She worked night shift. She used to come home. You'd never ever shut the bloody curtains, Georgie. Can you just shut the curtains before you go to bed? And I was like, yeah, okay. She was. I was caught once trying to shut them with my elbows because I just couldn't touch them. It's like, ugh, I just can't. It makes my teeth go on edge. You know how certain people are weird about cotton wool?
Yeah.
And certain people are weird about fingers down blackboard. That's what velvet is for me.
You know what?
So velvet's the shiny stuff, isn't it? The shiny
one. It's like very fuzzy. Yes,
it's like that's the kind of velvet I know. It's kind of the shiny upholstery kind of.
Yeah,
I don't know about shiny, but
sometimes
it's like very very short hairs.
Oh, actually, do you know what? I'm gonna take back what I said. I don't mind velvet.
Oh,
I mean, it's very luxurious and people do love it.
Yeah,
but I really hate it. And
particularly horrible in curtains, though. I think
it's because my cousin, basically, when I was about 8, maybe a little older, I don't know. He chased me, caught me, and put me in my grandparents' curtains.
Put you in the curtains?
And then round the curtains up, round and round and round and round and round and round, and tied a knot in the bottom. And I was stuck in these curtains for about 3.5 hours with velvet just touching every part of my body, get off! It was horrible.
Oh, when I think of velvet, I think of for some reason moths. I imagine moths.
They love velvet.
No, I imagine moths, because when you kill a moth, it turns into what I call velvet dust, which is dusty. I think that's how I feel about velvet.
I was literally convinced as a child that moths were dust. Actual just dust.
Yeah, they do just disintegrate into nothing.
Yeah.
There must be fluids in it.
There's nothing there.
They're just really thirsty.
They're really thirsty all the time. So basically, it's a really unfortunate species.
They're really hungover. All moths are butterflies, but really hungover.
Really hungover.
Yes.
And on that note,
they've gone a bit brown.
I'm having another glass of wine. Click, 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 click. I feel better.
Yeah, she's back.
Right, I honestly think we're going to have to make this whole episode about my pet peeves.
Well, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's have 3 episodes, one each of our pet peeves.
So So velvet. Side note, my best friend got bought by one of her friends, who obviously didn't know her very well, a velour pink tracksuit.
They were very in.
Yes, with Juicy written on the bottom.
Oh no!
And I knew her name.
Classic.
She knew that I hated velvet so much, and she chased me around the house in this stupid velour tracksuit, trying to hug me, and I was like, I was ready to punch. I was like, no, I was ready, like, you know, guns out. I was like, no, but we had to stop because I fell down the stairs because I was so scared. I was so scared of being hugged by this velour.
But then surely she has to come and help you.
Pink
in her velvet.
It's like, take that bloody thing off!
That's so Colleen Rooney.
Oh god, it was awful. Yeah, really, really awful. I hate velour. So I'm sorry, velour. You're going on my pet peeve list. And velvet. Why?
Okay.
Why do people bang doors or drawers? Why?
Right. Yes.
Just shut the door. Shut the drawer. I'm very hormonal. Just shut the door, okay? Don't bang it.
This is great timing to do this.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel myself getting redder because I'm like, don't understand people who just slam doors.
Now, what's the situation though? What, angry? It's understandable that someone's going to slam something, right? Do you mean just people passing by?
It's just really inconsiderate.
Do you mean, let's say someone's just looking through a drawer and they're like, oh, it's not there, click, click.
Oh, and slam it closed.
Just just shut.
Is that what you
just
mean?
close it gently.
Yeah,
like,
who is doing that actually?
Everybody I seem to know.
Really?
Yeah.
You need like a new built house where they have those
I need
little
soft closed
stoppers.
doors.
Yeah.
So my mum was a big banger of doors. Sorry, Mum. I mean, she wanted to know, she wanted to let you know that she was home. You know, she was like, because she used to work nights, morning, slam, and I'd be like, Mum, it's 7:30. She's like, well, you need to be up for school, don't you? Off you know, bang, 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 bang. And I'm like, oh my god. But she banged the door. Oh no, it wasn't her. It's our downstairs neighbour. He banged the front door so hard that one of the windows popped out.
God.
And it's just like, and my mum just like, stop banging the door. And I was like, Mum, you can't really speak because you do it as well. But anyway, it came from there, I think. I was just like, right, it comes from there, like, stop banging doors. And I'm really sensitive to it. I used to live with this girl, and I have a theory about, and I'm really, really sorry, because I know 3 people who are short, okay?
Just 3?
Just 3. Just those 2. No, that like to bang and make noise. And I have a theory that littler people want to know that their presence is there.
They're compensating.
I do exist.
Yes, no. Okay, the 3 people that I'm talking
how
about.
tall is your mum?
Oh, my mum was 5'9", actually. She was tall.
Oh, okay.
But she was just, I think, quite an angry woman. I mean, I think I was pretty annoying as a teenager. No, so there's the 3 characteristics they have is they walk on their heels. So you can hear them coming from a mile away because they're like...
Check.
Oh, yes.
I'm like, just tiptoes. And they like to slam doors. So this one guy I used to live with, my God, she drove me insane. It was like she'd come home really late, like from a party. You'd be like, oh, here, I can hear her coming in her Uber. Because you hear the bloody door bang. I was next to the garden, you hear the door, bang, and I'm like, here it comes. 1, 2, 3, bang! The door, the whole house would shake. Like, Jesus Christ. Then you'd hear her up the stairs and rock past my bedroom, and then bang her door, and I'm like, it's 3 a.m, for God's sake, why are you banging doors? She was, oh my God, a nightmare. And it used to drive me absolutely insane.
Oh,
insane.
God. Yeah, my brother used to do it as well. Slam the front door at ungodly hours. And he used to slam so hard that a very loose letterbox would also flap and bang with it.
God.
So there's a double bang. And I used to lie in bed thinking, I'm sorry, has Earth just exploded?
Yeah.
It was that loud. Unbelievable.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
So
he's a psychopath.
Yeah.
So, maybe that's what they've all got in common.
Yeah.
I got to admit though, with the loud feet, I am one of those. My whole
fan?
family kind of are. I don't really know where it comes from, but the only thing I can think of is my grand's house is like all downstairs, the floors just seem completely hollow. So when they're walking around, like she's literally like Miss Trunchbull walking around. I love you, Gran. Not that she listens to this, but anyway.
Your Gran has no what's it called, underlay or anything. It's
literally
the
nothing.
thinnest carpet on Earth.
Yeah,
as well.
it always has been.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that house has led to the entire family, since they've all branched out, all are really heavy-footed. Like, I'm very aware that I walk heavy.
Do you know what? I'm heavy on my feet as well.
Yeah.
I'm a thumper. And I think I got, not bullied, that's a very, no, it's not bullied. It kind of talked out of it. Because my dad would tease me, he'd be like, oh God, here comes Thumper. I'd be like, what do you mean?
Bang!
Bang! Yeah, I know. So maybe, like, you know, they always say the thing that you don't like about other people is usually a mirror being held up to yourself. So I am aware that in the past there probably was a bit of a banger.
Well, so far, all of these pet peeves you do yourself.
I do myself. I know, so I
don't want anyone else to do it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I am aware of this. But I remember my dad used to just be like, all right, twinkle toes. And I'd be like, Daddy's like, oh,
I got called that.
Like, oh, you're not going to be a ballerina, are you? I know. Like, oh, you're not very great. He's like, oh God, I thought it was a herd of elephants coming down the stairs. I'm like, no, yeah, all right, Dad, all right. So, like, I know, but I've taught myself to walk softly and not to bang doors, to close them. Especially when I come home really drunk at 3 a.m. I'm really, really sorry to my flatmate, because last night I came home at 2 a.m. and I banged the door, and she woke up this morning. She was just like, I'm very unhappy with you. And I said, but I was really quiet when I came. She's like, you were not. I was like, sorry. So I am aware that everything that I get really annoyed about, I do. I do.
So this person that had really heavy footsteps when he's come in from a night out.
I mean, I really couldn't stand her. So.
How? In which case, I don't like her either.
Yeah.
But how do you know?
Yeah.
That so my niece has no feeling in the underside of her feet.
Oh.
So she walks quite heavy. So how do you know?
But her ears work.
Does she have ears?
No, I know. Yeah. But I mean, but sometimes like people are just, I don't know. How she might not feel it. In which case, she just does it. She can't help but do it.
I don't know.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Alright. Just trying to challenge you, it didn't work.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work. Just take
She hates it that much.
Sip of wine, look down. So the other, it's a noise thing. I hate, I don't know how you guys feel about it, when people on the tube or train are listening to their music without headphones. Mm-hmm. I don't get it. I don't understand. I feel like buying a whole bunch of really cheap headphones and just being like, do you need these? Like, can't you afford...
Don't even say, do you need these? Just say, can you take these headphones?
Yeah, I'm like, can you not afford headphones? Like,
God. It's only happened to me twice, ever.
Happens to you.
All the time.
Several times a week.
Wow.
And I don't want to listen to your shit music. Like, I listen to shit
annoying.
music.
Yeah.
Like on the way here, someone was listening to a football match. Why?
What, out loud?
Yeah. Like it wasn't loud, but it was enough that I could hear it over the podcast I was listening to. And I literally I always take my headphone out, look around to find who it is and just stare at them and then turn around again. I'm like, what are you doing? You absolute
God.
Can you put some headphones on?
Yeah.
Again, it's like, I think it's the disrespect of it.
Yeah.
And I also don't like when parents allow their children to watch shows on public transport or in restaurants. Is the absolute worst.
No, they do that.
Yeah, and I understand, like, little ears can't have earbuds in. Like, you know, you might hurt the eardrum, but don't have it so loud. Or get some child headphones.
Or, if you're in a restaurant with your child, teach them how to be in the moment.
Yeah,
don't put a screen in front of them. It really f***s me off.
Yeah, it does really, really, really annoy me. And it's not I'm not annoyed at children. It's how...
No. It's
how they're parenting thing. And I just don't... It's so disrespectful to other people who were there.
Yeah.
If your child's having an absolute meltdown, that's fine. Like, the child's having a meltdown. That's what children are doing, what children do. But don't just numb their brains by sticking them in front of a computer screen because you want to have a nice glass of Chardonnay with whoever. It's affecting the other people in the restaurant or the other people on the train or... There must be some sort of like child protection earphones.
Well, just not the buds that go in the ears, but any that go over the ears.
I know you have to be like, a bit careful with obviously children's eardrums, but it really winds me up. Yeah. I'm just like
in restaurants. What
it
kind
makes
of
me want to play really shit music really loudly.
Yeah,
but like
but then you're going to play into it.
I know, and then
don't become one. I think this is one of the areas where you do not do.
I don't do this, no. Just because I like to be in my own little world, particularly when I'm listening to music, I like to have my headphones on, my earbuds in, and I'm like, I'm in my own little... I'm very easy to get run over when I'm in that world, so I'm like, la, 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 la.
It's really weird, like when I used to, like years ago, like travel to and from work, I'd always have the music going the moment I leave the house, and then on transport and all that stuff. For some reason now, maybe post-COVID, getting a new job and stuff, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it when I'm walking. I only put them in when I'm on transport. But as soon as I'm walking around, I can't listen to music and stuff. I don't know whether it's... I don't know, I just think someone's behind me, because sometimes I leave really early in the morning.
Right.
And it's just put me on edge.
Well, they say that you shouldn't really listen to music when you're walking around the streets because you're taking a sense away.
I used to walk down here with music blaring in my ears. Yeah. Until I realised, in fact, about 4 times that someone has been trying to talk to me, and I've just
completely ignored them.
Yeah, or looked at them and seen their mouth flapping, and then thinking, what on earth? It could have been anything, couldn't it? It could have been. Oh, you've dropped your wallet, or help!
Watch out! And you're like, morning!
Yeah, it's raining men.
Oh god!
Oh no!
So yeah, that is a really pet peeve.
What about when they've got the headphones in, but it's loud and you can hear it tinny, in the background? There was a man doing...
Teeth in.
Hang on. Brain
have
on.
A sip of wine.
Let's have a sip of wine. Wine comes out of my nose.
We will all laugh merrily and listen back to the recording.
There was this guy listening to Prodigy, and it's like, fire start. Fire started this, and I was like... I was like pointing at him.
She's doing dancing movements, just so you know.
Yes, I was like, no. And I was like, I love this song! Like to him. I was like, I love this song. And he was like, can you hear this? And I was like, yeah, it's really loud. And he was mortified. He was mortified. He was like, well, my street head's just literally hit the shitter. I was like, oh, come on, like, it's Prodigy, it's cool. Whatever. But I remember him just being like, he was not aware that other people could hear.
Oh, maybe that's a common thing.
Yeah, I think it's a common thing.
Yeah.
I think you can hear mine, because I have mine full blast. I have a very judgmental phone that says, excuse me, can you turn your volume down?
Me too.
I'm like, bitch.
Yeah. Mine tells me about ear health, and I'm just like, shut up.
Shut up, I want to listen to this really loud.
What?
What are you saying?
And it turns it down for me. Oh, so annoying.
Yeah. No, so annoying. So I think you can hear what I'm listening to, which is so embarrassing. So
I think it's only happened to me once. I was on the tube many years ago now, listening to Billie Jean, Michael Jackson, amazing,
of course, amazing song.
And it was relatively crowded, like it was rush hour, but it wasn't too bad. But anyway, this woman nudged me and was like, "Can you turn your music down, please? We can all hear you." And I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." Turned it down, some other dick got on with some really shit music, and we could all hear it, and I was literally sat there and I was like, are none of you going to tell him off?
Oh, no.
I was really pissed off.
It depends on who it is, because you're quite approachable, and I think you would have reacted quite well.
He was a young, good-looking guy. I had Michael Jackson. He had some drum and bass shit on. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, I know.
Well, what you should have said is, excuse me, can you turn your music down?
Because you're pissing all these off.
Because I can hear your music through when my music's playing, and that lady told me to turn my music down, so I can hear your music. So can you just please turn it down? Can we all just live in a really happy land? She told me off.
It felt like that. So I was like,
Was it me?
No, it wasn't.
Sorry.
No.
Turn your bloody music down.
Just some nosy old cow in a suit.
Okay.
Who probably had a very cool job, but yeah.
Okay, and my last one, should we do the last one?
Go for it.
Go for home, is I hate it.
What?
Mansplaining.
Oh.
But not actually, I'm not going to...
Well, that's when a man... Kidding.
Should see the look she's giving.
Watch it, alright? We want no smack bottoms
No.
tonight. No. You hang your head in shame. Ow, 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 ow! Safe word. It's not just mansplaining though. Like my mum's friend, who is, I think you've met him actually, loveliest man, but he just has this demeanour. He's got such a lovely demeanour about him. He's very, very sweet. And people like to explain things to him.
To him?
To him, how things work.
Huh?
And he just goes, I just love the way that he reacts to it. He's like, really? Oh, really? And you're like, yeah. And you can see them like explaining
What?
this
Did
to
they
him.
think he's an airhead or something?
I don't know.
Because he's so lovely.
Because he's so lovely.
Yeah.
And he's so like, oh, really? Oh, really? And he's not being sarcastic or anything. He's really like, oh, okay. He's got a very, very, very good job where you have to go to university for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
I'm like, does this not really annoy you? And he's like, it's just easier to let these idiots just explain their...
That is some strong mental...
Yeah, and he's
stuff.
like, I said, but you go like, oh, really, really, really? He's like, but in my brain I'm going, wrong, wrong, wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
He doesn't correct them.
Oh,
He's
poor
like, he's phenomenally bright.
But then, I guess on one side, you're allowing these really dumb people to continue their bullshit.
Yeah, so I remember someone tried to explain to me about sort of meridian pathways. It's to do with acupuncture, and I was going, oh, that's interesting. And I was like, be more like Bleep, Mum's friend. And they were like, and I was thinking, oh, so basically I trained did acupuncture and Chinese medicine. I studied for 5 years. And this bless this man who's trying to tell me all about these meridians. And I was like, oh, okay. I wanted to punch his face. And I said, oh, I've actually studied acupuncture. He's like, oh, yes, no, I did a weekend course. I'm like, great. I did 5 years. Like, well, I just didn't say anything because I was like, whatever I say, I'm going to sound like a dick. Oh, you did a weekend. I did 5 years. Like, no, you don't. I didn't want to be one of those people, but what he was saying was wrong. And I was like, so how I kind of went about it, I was like, oh, so this is really cool information. Can you show me where you found this? Because I want to read some more about it. Or I was like, it would help. I love talking about it, my knowledge. And he found this website. He's pointed me in the right direction. I was like, well, where does it say that what you were talking about that meridian going from there to there? And he's like, oh, let me find it. And he's like, oh, hang on a minute. I was like, okay, yes, leave me alone. But just not mansplaining, just people who explain things to very experienced people. And I'm just like, and also because sometimes it's boring. It's really, really boring. And then people try and explain their job to you and you're like, I don't fucking care. I'm sorry.
Yeah, unless your job is very exciting. I don't want to know about your accountancy job. Just shh.
I don't care about numbers.
Just tell me you're an accountant and I know your job's boring and we can get on. Absolutely.
Well, I don't know what anyone does. I mean, I literally don't know what any of my friends do.
Well, I'm an artist.
Yes, if you can't explain to me in one word what your job is, like teacher, policeman. That's
yes.
They're like, I'm a coordination something or other. I've gone in the second syllable.
Yeah, just say you work with animals or you work, you work with children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, people like to test me. They're like, Georgie, what does... Let's just call someone.
Bleep.
Bleep. What does Bleep do? And I'm like, they wear a suit and they work in the city and then they come home. They do something with computers and they're like, no, they're a builder. Or like they're... like,
so you've given them a higher paid job or whatever.
Yeah.
No.
I'm terrible. I just don't... I
But
think
do you want to know?
No, I think it's the least...
No.
It's the least... I don't. I think it's the least interesting thing about someone. I like getting to know people for them. I don't care what you do to pay the tax man.
But in some people...
Unless you're an artist, because we're awesome.
Yeah.
But isn't it with some people, let's say it's not a conventional retail job or whatever, if they actually have a career... Sorry if everyone works in retail. I work in retail. It's shit. But if you have an
I worked in retail for years. I hated it.
It's awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you have an actual career, isn't that quite telling of the person? Let's say if they're a historian or... I don't know...
Well, look, here's how that conversation would go. What do you do for a living? I'm a historian. Oh, what kind of history is it? Oh, ancient Egypt. Oh, great, fantastic. Let's have a drink.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to go on and on.
No,
about...
but I think it's like when people are like, I'm a coordination operations manager. Well, what the hell does that mean? Like,
but then you asked to find out.
No, I don't
No,
want
because they will tell her.
They'll tell me and I don't want to know.
But then you... I didn't know. I kind of think
So guys, as you probably gathered, I'm really not very good at dating.
Because I'm guessing that's one question that always comes up.
It always comes up, and the people, and I can almost do it on cue. I can make my eyes glaze over, like just like, oh god.
My sister does that. It's a talent.
Yeah.
It
It's
is
a talent, I know.
But then obviously you've got to be glazed enough to then be able to snap back in the room when you know like they've asked you something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an art form.
I know.
That really is.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No, I'm with you, yeah. As soon as someone starts telling me about their job, I don't know, a financial duplicator, finance minister, I'm just like, what?
Yeah. No,
and
I
then,
don't.
And then they're just like, well, basically what I do is sit on the computer. And I'm just...
Yeah, if you work on a computer in an office, I don't know what you do. You work with a computer.